Made it back here again for the 5th daily vlog after a bit of an unplanned, unexpected few days off the weekend. I should say, when I say daily, it's probably mostly daily and, you know, not weekends and holidays. So. Just gonna tweet this now. Today we're going to talk about an app that got removed and the library that caused it. It's really quite frustrating what's happened to us, and I'm not going to talk specifically about the app. It's a project we work on, and for a while we've used this excellent AppUpdater project. It's really nice. It can check for updates on Play and GitHub and Amazon F-Droid and a bunch of places that you can configure easily. It shows nice design update to your users by just using the AppUpdater, and then you can set various customizations, tell it where to update from, set a URL. It's nice. It's a useful way to make sure users upgrade, tell them what's available, and it's something we've used on a number of apps for a while. And it's all open source, Apache licensed, really great. And I guess a few weeks ago, we got a notice, though I don't think we saw it because we've been on vacation, different people traveling. Maybe we didn't take it seriously enough. It's similar to what's been reported here, like network abuse policy or device abuse policy. And you can read this text here that this person's posted. Your app contains content that doesn't comply with its abuse policy. It's a non-compliant version of Javier Santos AppUpdater SDK, which includes code to download or install applications from unknown sources. Now, in fact, some other people have said, oh, yep, my app was removed. A bunch of people app removed. And solution says, well, I guess I have to use the Google closed source in-app update libraries. It's part of Play Core. Now, why? It's ridiculous. People's apps have been suspended. Our app was suspended, which means you can't even push a release to remove it. They just suspended it. I guess they gave us time period, but we didn't respond in time based or didn't see that there was a fixed period, and we were just getting a new release out. In fact, pushed out beta, but didn't roll it out to production. This is like a partner project app, so and yeah, it's crazy how extreme and the only thing we were doing was checking if there's a new version to prompt users that, hey, you should go get this new version. There's no download code. There's no binary. There's no, nothing being installed surreptitiously. It was just calling AppUpdater and checking for updates. Telling the user, hey, there's a new version, you should go get it. It's crazy. So Javier Santos hasn't updated this since January of last year, and doesn't seem to be responding to this issue, so that's unfortunate. It's a nice library, and it's confusing what is the only solution, switching to a proprietary library from Google. It seems crazy. I mean, otherwise, we could just write our own code that checks a file and shows a pop-up. It's not that hard. The problem is like what Google's doing is just code scanning. Somehow they said, oh, this is an unauthorized library, and then let's code scan for this binary, this package, and then somehow that's invalid. It's crazy. And to suspend our app fully, like other people have mentioned, because not these people. If you go into issues, yeah. Now you could say, oh, well, we could have resolved it, but it was really unclear in the messaging, like exactly what we needed to do. Push a new version, push the new version to production. Yes, maybe, and the notice seemed one that was like, okay, we might, temporarily remove your app until resolve it, getting it resolved, but not that be as severe of a suspension. So what to do? Well, we're going to appeal and get our app back in at the same package ID. We'll be publishing a new version of the app as the beta kind of nightly release version, so users can find that one. And we'll keep distributing the APK outside of Google Play through F-Droid and through direct download channels. And I guess we'll have to do, if we want to include AppUpdater or similar functionality, we'll have to do different builds outside of Google Play for release that's not in Google Play from the one we ship in Google Play, which is real hassle. All of this seems really out of line and out of touch with what's happening around app stores and requirements to allow third-party app stores and requirements to allow sideloading and for apps to have that power that are trying to be enforced against Google and Apple. And to have these kind of harsh policies being implemented right now by whoever in Google Play that somehow thinks this is making apps more secure is just ridiculous. So pretty dang frustrating. What is nice is this little music I've been playing in the background here. I think I need to do we're just gonna do this. Sorry, I'm just gonna pop this out for a second. Just enjoy. Yeah. Trees moving, whatever. It's a nice video from YouTube. It's called Skyrim Music and Ambience. Shout out to Everness. Screwed up. Everness. Yeah, so as a developer, these are the sort of hassles that make me just so crazy frustrated. You're just trying to get your app out there and help users find a way to keep their software updated when they're not always checking play, or say they're on a phone that doesn't have play, for instance. You're not trying to do anything hostile. You're not trying to cheat them. You're not trying to trick them into giving your credit card to some weird third-party site. There's no malware, nothing. Just saying, hey user, there's a new version of the app. Maybe you should go get it. Chose to do it with an open source library, not a proprietary library. And that made all the difference. So yeah. Props to Javier Santos for creating a library that a lot of people have used and appreciate, and props for supporting the F-Droid and having a clean, simple, useful tool that many people benefited from. Props to Javier, and diss to Google Play review, folks. No good. And yeah, I think that's probably it. Oh, I just realized I didn't do the local record on this one. Oh well. Can't win them all. End the stream now. Good night.